Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Agatha Christie, der ABC Murders. Wir haben in der letzten Folge herausgefunden, wer sehr wahrscheinlich unser Mörder ist und haben das nächste Opfer, was auf jeden Fall eingetroffen wäre, beschützt, sag ich mal. Wir haben halt die Hoffnung, dass wir wirklich jetzt den richtigen geschnappt haben. Wir müssen mal schauen. Aber bevor wir starten, bitte ich euch einmal ein kleines Däumchen nach oben da zu lassen, abonnieren, kommentieren nicht vergessen und dann legen wir los. Okay, wir sind jetzt vor dem Hotel. Blablabla. Gehen hier einmal rein. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
Eine Katze. Katzenporträt, ein Kissen mit Haaren. Ein Deckel am Ende eines Fadens.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
One moment, please. How did you know that Cust had underlined Doncaster in his railway guide?
I went and had a look in his room.
I see. Do you make a habit of searching through your lodger's belongings?
Well, what are you going to do later? I bet you're going to poke around his room too.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
He's rather queer. He talks to himself. He has a bad cough. Because of the war, he says.
Er ist also auch krank.
And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
Can't recall.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Yes, although he was unwell on trains.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No idea.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhurst by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Nach Details zu den Zeitungsfragen fragen.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year.
Wir müssen sie, glaube ich... Ah ne, wir dürfen uns angucken, okay.
The truth is becoming apparent. and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. This woman appears to be in a bad mood.
Na, zoomst du da jetzt ran? Hallo. Und kommunikative Haltung. Schnelle Gesten. Verärgertes Gesicht. Aber warum ist sie so komisch
Mrs.
drauf?
Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
If I did, it was because Mr. Cust wasn't here. What about it?
Sie hat die Zimmer doppelt vermietet. Sie des Betruges bezichtigen. Mein Gott.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remember to change the sheets.
Of course I changed them. I keep a nice clean establishment, I'll have you know.
Ah, ich hätte sie gerne mal dem...
Don't forget to return the...
Was wäre gewesen, hätten wir sie Na, das kann man natürlich nicht mehr ändern. Sie hat die Zimmer halt einfach doppelt vermietet und doppelt kassiert. Das geht halt gar nicht eigentlich.
All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed.
Es ist verschlossen.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Nicht aufgeräumtes Geschirr. Leicht verschobenes Bett. Vernachlässigter Mantel. Er mag es ja scheinbar gar nicht, wenn es unordentlich
At least
ist.
we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Es ist dieselbe Medizin, ja.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject will probably be useful to me. Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject will probably be useful to me.
Nimmt er das jetzt mit? Hat er die jetzt einfach beide eingesteckt? Scheinbar. Wir machen uns wieder schick im Spiegel.
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Okay, was liegt hier so auf dem Schreibtisch rum?
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. It's an ABC. A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
Ach, damit machen wir bestimmt noch die Box auf, die zu ist.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window, or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Das Band herausnehmen.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Jetzt machen wir das noch auf der linken Seite, oder?
The left-hand heel has been removed. Something is blocking the... And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter. ABC guys.
Okay, jetzt gucken wir, dass wir die Box aufkriegen.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe stockings.
Strümpfe. Casts Zimmer durchsuchen. Ja, aber dann haben wir eigentlich alles durchsucht, oder?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Okay, nee, das hatten wir schon. Vielleicht noch irgendwas wegen der Schreibmaschine? Ne, 6 von 6.
It is not the right time.
Vier von 4.
This key bears the numbers. John Milligan. Dear Sir, regarding the schedule of this letter established.
So, was müssen wir jetzt aber noch machen?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Ist halt jetzt die Frage.
Stockings.
So, was müssen wir jetzt hier noch anklicken? Wir haben uns ja jetzt eigentlich alles angeguckt. Können wir die Flasche vielleicht wieder hinstellen?
Did Cust
Nee. Deswegen ist es wichtig, sich wirklich umzuschauen. Nee, warte mal, bei mir gibt es das aber nicht zu gucken. Doch hier. Meine Güte.
this dark stain? It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Daran hat es jetzt gelegen, okay. Wo befand sich Just zum Zeitpunkt des Mordes? Just war am Tag des Verbrechens wahrscheinlich in Bexhill.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Okay, dann gehen wir jetzt wieder raus.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Poirot.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes. No more need to consult the register.
Erstmal beobachten.
I had best talk to
Wir sprechen mit ihm.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Er leidet am Bluthusten, war mit Blut beschmutzt. Hat ABC. So, wir klicken uns jetzt erstmal wieder durch. Ihr kennt das Spiel. Ach, ich brauche 3 Sachen. Ach, stimmt ja. Hatte Just die Möglichkeit, die Opfer zu ermorden. So. Befand sich an allen Orten. Gibt es Gemeinsamkeiten zwischen Just und dem Mörder? Die Bücher, die Maschine und das Messer. Ist Justs Verhalten verdächtig? Schuldig. Ja.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cuts a Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Ob uns etwas entgangen ist, alles klar. Dann schau mal, ob uns etwas entgangen ist. Viel Spaß dabei. Nach Scotland Yard gehen.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Ach, hier haben wir ja unseren Verdächtigen.
This man is not in good shape.
Niedergeschlagene Augen. Nervöse Gestik. Zerknitterte Jacke.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Sich vorstellen.
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Fragen, warum er die Briefe geschickt hat. Über die Briefe sprechen.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Seine Unschuld zugeben, ihn dazu bringt, zuzugeben, dass er es vergessen hat.
Très bien. You did not hide these letters. But the question remains, who did?
Probably one of my enemies. I have many.
Fragen, ob er töten kann, ihn beschuldigen, ein Mörder zu sein, zugeben, dass sie ihm nichts zu glauben.
You are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
It's true. During the war.
Dass er den Krieg gemocht hat, ihn dazu bringen, über die Armee zu
You
sprechen.
suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions, just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Ihn des Mordes. Ihn glauben lassen, dass er unschuldig ist.
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
Ihn fragen, ob er zugibt, in den 3 Städten gereist zu sein, sagen, dass es Zeugen gibt.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Als hätten sie getippt, bevor sie sich selbst...
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Okay.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply...
Was müssen wir jetzt machen? Just befragen.
I am not going to leave before having... He is in no state to reply.
Ach, wir haben ja doch Beruhigungsmittel.
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher.
Beruhigungsmittel.
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Was? Okay, damit wir jetzt hier einen super tollen Cliffhanger haben, werde ich hier schon mal die Folge beenden. Vielen Dank, dass ihr wieder zugeschaut habt. Lasst auf jeden Fall mal ein kleines Kommentar unter dem Video da, den Daumen nicht vergessen und natürlich das Abo, dass ihr daran erinnert werdet, wenn es ein neues Video von mir gibt. Ansonsten sehen wir uns dann das nächste Mal. Vielen lieben Dank fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut. Ciao.